Where am I? Where am I? Hey guys, it's me. Wow, that sounds much different. So cool, guys. Hello, sir. Okay, so this is me. What was he getting mad at me for? I don't even know. Anyway, I think I got my mic set up correctly, but let me know if it sounds weird. Hey, Kaylin. I'm ready to hear that voice more clearly than before. Yeah, what do you think? Does it sound better? Wow, so crisp, so clear. Did I use incorrect grammar? Smudge, I don't even know. But yeah, that sounds better. Or if it's, I think I adjusted the gain so it's you shouldn't hear very much. Oh god, I almost shot my horse. Shouldn't hear very much background stuff, hopefully. But yeah, I got this for Black Friday. It's usually about like $150 or something. I don't know. It's just a Blue Yeti mic. I'll get a better mic for the podcast coming up. But this is a USB mic, and I did some fiddling with the settings. And I think it sounds really nice. So clean, it's like you're in my head. Smudge, watch the stream. Say hello more. We miss you. I hope you're doing well, by the way. I'm looking over here because I usually look at my mic, but my screen's not there. It's right here. I'm looking down the barrel now. But yeah, I think it sounds pretty cool. So I'm pretty clear. So I'm really psyched. Sorry there's so much Red Dead, guys. I ordered some other games. Here, one of them came. Persona 5. Persona 5 came. I don't know if I wanted to start it on a Saturday, because usually Saturdays are kind of slower, so I just wanted to...
That's a fine horse.
I wanted to, you know, just test it out with this new equipment. I wasn't sure how well it would go over, so I didn't want to burn a whole stream if I needed to fiddle with it, but I think it's going pretty well. And the directionality of it seems to be pretty clear, so I'm pretty happy with the result for... I think it ended up being $89, and I had a pretty good check from this week of work, so I was like, if I can buy 3 things, I'll buy Persona, Dragon Quest 11, and a mic. So I'm happy, and I don't have to wear that. The cord was bothering me from the other one because you could hear the cord like banging about, and I was not a fan of that. So feeling pretty good. He doesn't even know about the podcast. Oh yeah, so nothing's changed really. I'm just gonna be starting a podcast with my girlfriend soon. We're just trying to determine fundage because I want it to be very professional, very good in terms of sound quality. And I know you only have so much time to introduce people, so much time to impress people. So I was like, I really want to do not this USB stuff. I want to do like XLR cables and like a nice digital recorder and all that stuff, so we can get on to like Spotify and iTunes pretty quickly and have it in easily digestible. I don't know. So I want it to sound good. So anyway, yeah, that's basically it. So we haven't started yet, but I mean, I keep trying to be like, we should do it soon. And my girlfriend's like, oh yeah, we just gotta get the money. And I'm like, oh, well, don't we have the money? But we don't. We do. Can't you just put stuff on credit? Credit just goes away, right? Like if you just ignore it, it just goes away. It's basically like free money, so. Solid purchases, I endorse. Thank you, Smudge. How have you been? I know you, what have you been up to? I don't know, anything new in your life? I know, talking to Kaylin about the creative writing stuff, and that sounds really, really cool. Excited for that novella. Hey, partner. Yeah. What was I gonna change? Was I gonna change anything? I don't know. Yeah, I'm really just happy with how clear this mic sounds. I feel like it sounds pretty much, unless you have some really beefy headphones or something, I think it sounds pretty comparable to like an XLR digital, or you know, the thing with a mixer and stuff. And I just have a digital mixer on my computer running right now, the voice meter banana. Was it banana? Banana. I haven't seen any of those movies, so that's a pretty lame attempt at a joke. I apologize, but yeah, Wreck-It Ralph 2 is supposed to be pretty good. I haven't seen the first one. I need to. I want to see like a Grinch because I do love animated movies. I just haven't watched as many of these newfangled 3D movies, you know. So yeah. Oh, one sec. That's what I was gonna do. Just gonna reach over here. Adjust my settings. I think we're good. Anyway. Alright, I guess I could scooch closer. I don't know why I'm Yeah, sorry, I gotta hear some chord sounds. Chord sounds. Gotta turn this a little. Unfortunately, my camera's a little lower now, so I guess it makes me look larger. But yeah, I don't know why. What am I doing? It's like I can, for whatever reason, it's like I can't move the mic. I can move the mic. It's right here, as long as it's not in front of the camera, right? And I can move the camera up. What? Okay. Hello. 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 I think that sounds pretty good. Oh yeah. So sorry guys, I know this is gonna be like kind of late game spoilery stuff, but yeah, I just want to test the audio with Red Dead here, and I feel like it sounds good, so I'm pretty happy about that. Look how beautiful this game is, man. A little bit of a headache. I need to drink some of this iced coffee. Picked up another major at uni. Getting into fan art. Made a piece of KDA fan art. Okay, so is KDA a Korean? Is it K-pop? Is KDA? They're the ones that had that really nice like animated video. Is that it? So many new stream toys. I'm digging it. Yes, I'm really excited. I'm glad that you're digging it, and I'm excited that we got it before we do, you know, Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm gonna do a Kingdom Hearts replay. I feel, guys, I had a run going. I know some of you watched it, but I had a run going where I was trying to do no continues and only use the Kingdom Blade. It was horrible. I fought Chernobog a bunch and finally beat him. I don't think I could beat Ansem without using like the Eternal Rose or whatever that one is. What is it, the one from Beauty and the Beast? But man, I really wish I could get that, because then I get 2 trophies. I know trophies are completely arbitrary, but still. It'd just be nice, but I feel like I'm gonna have to do a separate run, use continue, and then, you know, do the other one with the Kingdom Blade with continues, because it's just it's so freaking hard. Ansem's not so bad, but like, it's a bit touch and go when you're fighting Ansem with his shadow form, and then also even worse when it gets to the flying bit, and you know I hate the flying bit, so. Sorry, I'm going really slow, because I'm riding this horse, one sec. This dog is chasing this turkey. Do you see that? Or it's a coyote. Oh, 2 coyotes. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. I feel like I'm right there with this high quality audio. Ah, awesome. I'm so glad that you think it's high quality. I'm pretty happy with it as well. And I think it makes quite a bit of difference. Hopefully it'll have a positive effect and make a few people stay, you know, a few seconds longer with the stream. I know, what do they say? You only have about like 10 seconds to make an impression, so if you have good audio equipment and you don't look like a weird person, I guess, or a bad weird. Weird people are cool, then there's bad weird, and then there's like, yeah, so I'm enjoying your enjoyment. Do I have a bounty that I need to pay? I do not. Where do I want to go? I want to go to Wallace. So for one of our challenges, we need to kill 5 cougars with bows. Cougars at this point in the game are kind of hard to come by, so I like checking every time I start playing in Big Valley East, because there's a known spawn location over there. I'll just hang out for 10 minutes. If they're not there, then I'll just bounce. But it's a fake pop group made by Riot for League of Legends. I don't play League, but boy, is that animated video killer. Oh, so it's not even real. So we have this place called, what's it called? Something Ramen. And it's really good. And I'm just like mesmerized because they play a bunch of different, like, I don't know if it's J-pop and K-pop videos on the monitors over there. And like, it's so interesting that I feel like boy bands and girl bands, or whatever you call them, they're gender normative, but these bands seem to be kind of going out of style, at least in America. Then every few years you'll have something like One Direction or 20 Seconds of Summer. 20? 50? 30? That's 50 seconds? 5 seconds? Sauce? Isn't it 5 sauce? I don't know. My sister was into it for a while. But I feel like there's this, it seems like it from a different time. Whoa, Mina, what are you doing? In Japan and in Korea, they just have these like really large bands of people. It's like 20 people, not 20, I'm exaggerating. It's like 8 people dancing in unison. It looks very impressive. Everyone's beautiful, you know, all that stuff. So I'm just mesmerized by these men and women. They're just, I don't know, they're so good. That made me want to see more videos like that. And what's it called? Simple and Clean, the Kingdom Hearts theme. I just want to see like a really cool remix of that song with nice synchronized dancing. The Kingdom Hearts salt. I love Kingdom Hearts, but it is like one of those things where out of all the games I played, man, that one really just gets me annoyed. Not gets me, like, it understands me. It makes me very frustrated because I feel like there are some, like, I fully expect to get Kingdom Hearts 3, be really psyched to play it, but also feel like the game, like, what's another game that would be a good example? I feel like it's going to be a game that feels like it should have been released in 2010. You know what I mean? Even though they started development in 2013. But I've always felt like looking back in retrospect, having played them recently, the mechanics of the games feel like they're from a time before they were released, almost. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that's just a stiffness that, you know, accompanies JRPGs more often than not, or something else, but I haven't played a bunch of JRPGs, so I have no idea what I'm talking about. Whoa. This guy is a man out here. Hello.
Hey there. Nice singing.
Oh, hey there. Why don't you join me and have a seat over here by the fire? Oh,
Alright. Man, I'm really enjoying this audio. I also am hearing myself talk, which is strange, but fun. 5. I love it. Caitlin, 5 what? People? 5 people and stuff? Hey man, we're just sitting in the rain.
Sins I'm carrying around. You won't even believe, but if I had a little whiskey,
I believe I have whiskey, sir, so you're in luck.
I might tell you.
Look at that. In the middle. Give whiskey. This is so cool that I just happened upon this guy. This is that emergent world. So obviously it's not like there's a bit of it that's pre-canned, but that I've never encountered this playing this game. Probably like 60 hours. Pretty sweet.
I'd be drinking the devil's brew. I'll be seeing him soon enough.
It stopped raining. That's nice. Oh, 5 sauce. 5 seconds of summer. What does that even mean? Like, I know One Direction, I guess it's generally positive because it's everyone, there's a like communal togetherness sort of, you know, theme, I guess, but 5 seconds of summer, I have no idea what that means. And everything I think just sounds like dirty, I guess. Because 5 seconds is so brief.
The ones that killed her, watching the other ones die, the slow way. Well, they pay well. Them government boys.
Who even knows? You guys have been listening to any fun music lately? Anything good? Any suggestions that you have for me? Also, Smudge, I don't know if you're very into anime, but I've been watching a lot of anime lately, so I'd love to talk to you about it if you're into that.
I was a young man.
Emergent storytelling, the most amazing innovation of the video game world. I really think that this game, even though they do have pre-canned stuff that kind of, I think it sort of like sets up the alley-oop of emergent gameplay, where like, you know, it gets you prepared, and then everyone has a stranger that will show up presenting a certain situation, and then where we diverge is depending on how you react. Like, I could have not given him the whiskey. Someone else might have. Someone might choose to antagonize him instead of greeting him. You know, I could just be a jerk this whole conversation and not be very understanding. And then, like, when he passes out, I could loot his body. Or not, you know? Oh, see? And there he is. I do anime from time to time, yes. I've been getting into... I wanted to choose one of the big 3. And so I ended up choosing... I'm reading One Piece and watching Naruto. And really enjoying Naruto. I think it's really good. I know there's a ton of filler. Holy crap. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, shoot. Oh, God. Horse. 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 Oh, oh Jesus. Oh, no. These are wolves. These are wolves. They're not even cougars. I feel like I've gotten pretty good at this game. It's not like a particularly punishing game. It does get difficult in parts, but it does make you feel like you're learning the systems in a very organic, fun way. And so when you do get better, you're like, yeah. Cool. And there he is. I think I'll have a bunch of perfect wolf skins though, which will be nice. This is something that I'm still, it's such a small detail, but I really feel like it adds to everything, just how visceral the skinning animations are. I hate all these clickbait things, you know, where it's like, do Red Dead Redemption's overly involved animations take away from the experience? And I was like, I just feel like everyone's so impatient. Just, you know, come on. Oh, Jesus, I stepped on it. Oh, shoot. Why even bother? Yes? Okay. Don't step on your skins. They will be ruined immediately, so. Delving into Naruto is a task. Yeah, I mean, I think I was also inspired by ProZD, because I love his, like, Sasuke rants on, when he's doing... I'm also excited to practice, like, voice stuff with this, by the way, but all of his Sasuke rants are really, really funny. And so far, I think... Apparently Sasuke is like a divisive figure. I think Sasuke is really cool, but you know, I'm prepared to be proven wrong eventually, I guess, or I don't know if he takes a turn. I know there's a climactic fight between him and Naruto later on, but it'll be interesting to see how they come to blows, you know, so. But for now, I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I learned the fire jutsu today. I don't know why. I was reaching like full anime trash level. I was just like looking, and it was what was it? It was this. There you go. So now I can impress the girls in high school. In the gym. There are a few kids that I knew in high school who would run with their arms behind them, like anime or whatever. And yes, jutsu. I had to Google some stuff though today, and I was like, what's the difference between a jutsu, taitsu, and a ninjutsu? There are 3 different things, right? I don't know, but well, obviously it didn't stick, but there's interesting like levels to that, and even though I know it probably has the same problems that a lot of shonen stuff has when it's like the rules sort of start going out the windows, they have to keep the show going. It is funny how like viscerally satisfying that format of show is, and for whatever reason it's just like hypnotic. Like you want to keep following these people, seeing them get stronger. I watched some more of Kai the other day because I'm trying to get through the Cell Saga, because I got Crunchyroll because I want to watch Super and Naruto and all this stuff pretty easily. I just don't have any patience. Like, people are like, well, you can watch stuff for free online, but I don't want to deal with pop-ups and the weird streaming stuff. I don't want to do anything illegal, so, you know, I'll pay my $5 a month. I don't care. You can see right here on my list, I have 2 out of 5 cougars. So we'll just troll around here for a little bit longer, and if it doesn't show up, we'll leave. But usually you encounter them feeding on something, or you'll just see a little red dot right before you get mauled to death.
Slow it up.
But yeah. Who knows? Oh, we had our turkey bowl today for American Thanksgiving. My Samoan side of the family gets together in bowls, and much to my own surprise, I got 5th out of 65 people, which is insane because I usually am terrible at bowling. I think I finally found out like the secret of my personal shortcomings and how to like, my ball always seems to drift right.
There we go.
And so I use that to my advantage, try to push it right, you know, be a little bit more aggressive. At the same time, don't go too overboard. I didn't throw it very hard because I knew that I'd run into trouble if I did. And my whole goal was to be very consistent. So I picked up a bunch of spares, and that was where I did well. So I ended up getting a score of like 111, and if I would have played 3, I think it would have done really well. But I did 111 and then 146, I believe. And I beat my uncle, who is like really, really good. So it was like a major life milestone happened today. So I don't even know if I should continue, but here, I need to text one sec. Yeah, so it was really fun. I don't know if you guys, are you guys into bowling? Is that like is that a thing hip people do? Because now I feel like they're trying to make it a hip thing here in California, or at least in the United States, where there's a lot of these like boutique bowling places where you go and they have like cool music and they're like influencer vibe, where a lot of people are like young and dancing and all the stuff. And I don't know. I just think bowling always seems a bit like golf-ish to me. Seems a bit silly, but not in like, I'm not trying to disparage these people that bowl a bunch, but I don't know if I've ever seen bowling as particularly cool in what I think of as cool, but you know, who knows? Okay, so there are always boar over here. I just want a cougar though. Give me a cougar.
Easy now.
Oh, is that one? Are we lucky? No, it doesn't look like one, does it? It's a white-tailed buck. Okay, so I'm gonna go right where I encountered this last one and drop a potent bait, and if not, we'll just do some missions. I do warn you, I'm fairly far into the game, so it will be spoilery if you're worried about that. I'll try to just do challenges and stuff. I don't know what I want to do tonight. It's weird. I might have to find a new job, guys, which is a bummer. Because I'm only scheduled for 1 day next week, which is, you know, I make good money, but not that good. Come on, buddy.
You alright, girl?
We got our bait down.
Whoa.
Get out our bow. And so our bait's over there. Obviously, this is the most interesting thing you could watch me do is just wait. But bear with me. We'll get out of here in a sec. Not really. Bowling is always one of those things we do for team building. No one wants to be there. I agree. Bowling is... it just feels so dirty. Everything is so dirty. Who have put their fingers in those weird bowling holes? Everything feels greasy. All the food there was not bad, obviously, but it was just like pizza and candy and... Oh, guys, I started meal prepping. I don't know if you find this interesting, but I started meal prepping. That's been cool. I like bowling because I like to throw things at other things. That's just me. Hey, I like that too. I don't know if I need the structure of bowling put upon that pastime though. For me. Uh-oh. I think I attracted a bear instead. Do you hear that? I need to survive 18 bear attacks in order to get a trophy, so this might be good as well. My horse is starting to get a little antsy. Where would a bear be? I like the bolt action because there's a certain cadence to it. The sound of it reminds me of Barry Pepper in Saving Private Ryan. I find that very pleasing. You know, it's like... I also like darts for the same reason. I like a lot of those. I'm not a big party person, but I like a lot of those bar games like darts, shuffleboard. You know, I can only think of two: darts, shuffleboard. Other party games that people play. And yeah, I'm gonna check over here if these are, in case these are O'Driscolls. Damn O'Driscolls. They are? Ooh, it looks like they are. What do you want? What do you guys want me to do? Do you want me to blow them up? Do you want me to use guns? I hate intermittent cooking, so I've been thinking about meal prepping to get it over with all at once. Oh, very nice. I'm doing it more for fitness purposes, but I made 28 meals for the week. I have, guys, I'm a large person. I'm about 6'6", 225 right now. I want to cut some body fat, so I have 6 meals a day. I have to have 337 grams of protein, 337 grams of carbs. To start off, I'll be cutting that eventually. And I believe 75 grams of fat. So we're a grand total of 3,375. There's only 4 of them. 3,375 calories a day. Attack with finesse. Show us some skill. Alright. Okay. Here's what we'll do. Take one guy out with a tomahawk. And then do the rest with hey, come on. Do the rest with horse, come on. Do tomahawk, and then we'll do the rest with us. Okay, thanks a lot, horse, Mina. We'll do tomahawk and do the rest with just our pistols. How about that? I like this system. I think it's really good. The saddle system, storage, because it's realistic but not prohibitively realistic, which I think, you know, that's something that as a game designer you would appreciate, because there's realism and then there's like annoying realism. I think this game does a good job of straddling that line personally, but I know some people are saying like, oh, I wish it was a little bit more. Okay, ready? Should I just do all of it with the hatchet? Oh. Pretty simple. I don't know if it was the most finesse I could have been, or as finesse, the most finesse. I don't know if it was as graceful as that could have been, but I don't get to use the hatchets very often, so always like to have a little fun. Gotta chew some chaw. Is this a document I can read? No. Also, I don't know if you guys like fire effects, but the flame effects in this game are really, really good and well done. I just gotta collect my hatchets. As you can see, I don't use first person very often, but I do think it's very impressive and very, like, weirdly graphic, you know? More stuff over here. Premium cigarettes. Please give me a cigarette card. Yes. Those are probably the hardest or most difficult collectible to get. But you can see right here, there's definitely a hatchet lodged in this man's face. Take it back though. Yeah, the fire effects I'll show you real quick. They look really, really cool. Yeah, some people are saying they thought it was tedious that the game had all these animations for looting and stuff, but whatever. Okay, watch this. And this is probably the best fire I've ever seen in anything. It will spread to everything that's flammable in the vicinity, and it looks really impressive to me. And I really, really like it. Finesse. Look at that. And it's raining. Be like a real crazy. Just do this sort of thing, yeah. Man, look at that. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, well, I should probably not light myself on fire if possible, but yeah, particle effects, the fire looks really, really neat. And yeah, I think it's probably one of the best parts of the game. I find the graphics in this game continually surprising. The skyboxes are beautiful. The lighting, I think, is probably the most impressive thing, graphically. But the animations are also very, very well done. So, all around. I mean, just... however, I think this game costs like $150 million to make, and I feel like you can see every dollar, really. And also time spent in the crunch, I guess. Okay, let's go help some Native American people at the Wapiti Reservation, which is, oh jeez, it's further away than I thought, but whatever. This will go, actually the map is large, but I don't really ever get tired of going through it because it's so pretty. You usually always encounter something interesting. And, ooh, what was that? What was that? Was that another one?
Hey, mister.
Oh, there was a red dot, so whenever there's a red dot, I usually look. Sometimes it's just a snake. But, yeah. Yeah, I think the animations are very cool as well. I really enjoy them, so. Oh yeah, are you guys, oh, this is definitely just a snake, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Did you guys see the new Harry Potter? Oh, jeez. The thing about the Arabians, they're beautiful horses, really good. They also get spooked so easy, so. One of my herbalist challenge is to pick one of every single herb. So I believe this will be one I haven't had, which is good. Yeah, 22 out of 43, so I have 21 left. Horse. Yeah, the Arabians get spooked really easy. Apparently there's some other ones. Oh, I forget which one. I watched a video, they said the Arabians are good, but they're not the best. I love my horses. I have a racing horse, thoroughbred, and this Arabian, which I found in the northerly part of the map. But apparently there's another one that's it's more like a workhorse, so it's larger and harder to spook, and it has a high, even though it's not as fast, it has a high health, so. Feel free to do some story stuff. Let me some Newt Scamander. Okay, I'll do some story stuff. Okay, I love Newt Scamander too. I was just talking to my, what's he now? My cousin-in-law, I guess you would say, today, and they just saw the movie, and we agreed on most parts. I thought it was an interesting film. I didn't have a bad time. I enjoyed it for the most part. I would give it like a 6 or 7. I thought it was a little scatterbrained, obviously, because there's so much going on. I felt like some scenes just started and stopped, and I was like, did they cut something? Because people just sort of teleported, but overall, it really endeared me to Newt, and it made me sad that, not that I had to watch all these other people, but I was like, oh man, like, give me more of that Newt, you know? Like, I think I liked him in the first one, and some people were not as receptive to him, but I thought Eddie Redmayne, he made Newt such a charming character, and you guys know me, like, I just am so taken by characters that are good, you know, that's like, the older I get, the more I'm like, yeah, I love Batman, and, you know, the Punisher used to be, like, one of my favorites, but, I don't know, I just love people that are, like, just, like, overwhelmingly kind, or at least just, and that's why, like, I would say my holy trinity right now is Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Clark Kent, Superman, and Steve Rogers, who's my favorite of anyone. And that's just probably from the MCU, which retroactively caused me to go back and read the Ed Brubaker Winter Soldier arc and all that stuff. But I feel like I just love people that are good, and I feel like Newt's good, and it's not really even his fight. And so, you know, the reluctant hero is one of the best tropes or arcs you could have, I think. And so I always appreciate a really good reluctant hero arc. And I like how he's sort of pulled into this conflict. I was kind of... Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay. You guys ready for this? You guys, I can't save it. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Come at me, bear! Come at me, bear! I think I'm just dead. So, pick up my hat. And I think gotta smoke one real quick. I need to survive 18 bear attacks for a trophy, so that's why I kind of goaded that one. Ugh. Yeah, so that's, I think they did a really good job. Look how torn up my clothes are. Oh, my face. Oh my god. Look at that. Got a little scratch. I'm okay. I'll be alright. Yeah. Wow. I've never seen that before. But yeah, so I think they did a really good job with those animations. I think are some of the most impressive in the whole game. I'm just gonna take a little screenshot just to remember this crazy look that I got going on. But yeah, they did. I think, I don't know. They probably took some inspiration from The Revenant, obviously, but I think they really nailed those animations because it's like a struggle, but at the same time, it seems like he could possibly survive because people have survived being mauled by bears by staying small and, you know, fighting back selectively. And I like how it always sort of like ends in, if you have a rifle, it's a different animation, but I had my pistol obviously, so it's slightly a slightly different one from what it would have been. But yeah, sweet stuff. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that though. It's always fun. I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, geez, oh my god. And also remind me, don't go outside. Bad stuff happens outside. Don't do it. Stay indoors. That's what I say. Holy crap. Jeez.
Okay.
Oh hey, did you guys see the Lion King trailer?
Yep.
I don't know if you saw that. I'm curious to see what you guys think. If you have an opinion on it. I do. I think there are a lot of like hot takes running around or flying around on Twitter and stuff, and I don't know. There are a few things I feel bad about, but overall I was impressed. I thought, I was like, wow, that looks pretty real. And as a person who wasn't really a fan, like I love Jon Favreau, I just didn't really enjoy Jungle Book really, but I thought it looked beautiful. I thought it was a beautiful looking film. And I'm sure Lion King will be similar in that way. Beautiful live CG. There's no bears in the wild in New Zealand. Hey, this is true. You haven't run into any of those New Zealand bears, and I know drop bears are not native to New Zealand either, so. But very deadly. Very deadly. Never want to encounter any of them drop bears. But, yeah. I think it's weird that people are saying it's live action, because it's clearly not, but the one thing that I'm really excited to see it, because obviously they're just hitting this nostalgia. They have a really, really good, like, they have a just really verdant fan base that they can keep drawing from over and over and over, because people like me will just be like, oh, well, you know, I love the first one, I guess I'll see this one. And the people who are like, you know, my mom at the time, she was in her 30s or whatever, her early 30s when it came out, and took me to see it, and she's like, oh, I remember when I took my kid to see it. You know, so it's a Ouroboros of people wanting to go see it, even if they're not super intrigued by the idea of watching the same story again. I just want to see what they changed, really. And people are saying, like, oh, it's going to be a shot-for-shot remake, and I was like, no, it's not. That would be silly, because the movie is like 86 minutes, and I doubt it's going to be that. If anything, it'll be like 1:45 probably. I am very disappointed that apparently they cut Be Prepared, which is one of the best songs ever put in a Disney movie. But Chiwetel Ejiofor is going to be Scar, so I think that's really cool. I really wish we would have got a little glimpse of Scar in that, but
You done good, girl.
oh well. Was that another
Easy.
snake? Whatever. But yeah. So, and then John Oliver's playing Zazu. I mean, I don't know if you can get better than that for casting.
You good, girl?
Why's my horse freaking out? Is there like a thing behind me?
Okay then.
Okay. I wish I could keep this scar. Look how cool I look. Gotta do some cutscenes real quick, so I have this cut. think my biggest problem with it is the color palette. Why so washed out? Where are the colors? That's a common complaint that I've seen. And I feel like that is leveled at a lot of superhero movies. Not superhero, but like CG heavy movies of late, especially superhero movies. You know, obviously the Snyder films, but also to a degree, you know, a lot of the Marvel films. Remember there's like a video essay. I didn't watch it, but honestly, I don't know. It's not that I don't like criticism, but I feel like some people have this very snide tone when they critique stuff, and I was like, what are you doing? Yeah, I know, like, I agree that criticism is important, but, you know, people are just, some people are so critical and sarcastic about it without really having anything at stake. That's why I love that Birdman, because I like that Birdman. Oh, look at this. I've never seen this before.
Howdy.
Wow. He has
Who are you?
a horse,
Taking nothing off
and he
me.
has a horse as a beast of burden. That's really cool. That's really neat. Yeah, 60 hours in, I'm still seeing new stuff, which is pretty sweet, so. But yeah, the one thing that does bother me about the new Lion King, if you read about like WGA rules, I believe, for whatever reason, writers of animated films are not covered in the same way, and so none of the original writers of the first film, or Beauty and the Beast, or Cinderella, or any of that stuff, none of them are getting paid at all for these new renditions of the films that, you know, kind of defined a generation, really, which is
Slow it up.
a big old bummer to me. So, if there's any negative of seeing this movie, which I really want to see, it would definitely be that. But, you know, is it going to change? I don't know. I think those people should be paid the same. I think animation is a really important medium that people are incredibly moved by. And it's always something, I don't like that people talk about animation as if it's
Easy, easy.
it's like they're surprised that it moved them whenever, like, oh my god, Coco made me cry. I didn't expect that. And I'm like, why? It's a movie, you know what I mean? And that's something that I've enjoyed about anime, is that this the slice of lifeness. You know, I read Azumangodayo, the manga, and I also read some Inio Asano, who did Solanin, which I thought was incredible. And he also did another one I read called A Girl on the Shore, which was weird, but also very good, I think. And I appreciate that. I feel like the Japanese regard slice of life stuff, and you know, they regard animation as an equally important and mature genre or medium, I guess you'd say. And I just don't know if you get that same sort of feeling from a lot of American filmmakers, in the sense that I don't know if you'd have a long-running TV show that was slice of life and animated here, you know, because I feel like everything here is very high energy, very frantic, because they want to hold the attention of children, whereas I feel anime is varied in the age group that it targets often, you know? So that was my overly wordy explanation of how I feel about slice of life anime. Do we know who's playing young Simba? I believe it's still Donald Glover. I was wondering if they'd give a little cameo to JTT, but apparently not. It's okay. I'm not hurt. But no, what happened to that guy? Actually, I have a friend who did yoga. He was in her yoga class, and she said he was very, very nice. So I was like, I knew JTT was cool. And for you guys who don't know what JTT means, obviously it means Jonathan Taylor Thomas from Lion King and Home Improvement and all that stuff. Honestly, I expect all animated movies to make me cry, and they all do, no matter what. Ever since my grandma died in January, I just cry at everything, so I know that feeling. Like, oh man, I watched Your Lie in April recently, and by the end, I was Corey, or what's her name? Kaori, I guess. But yeah, Your Lie in April was really, really good. I like that quite a bit. And then, so the idea is I'll finish Naruto, and before I start Shippuden, I'm gonna do a bunch of other shows. So, like limited series. Like I was gonna do like Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill, and finish Cowboy Bebop finally, because I never did. I have Crunchyroll now, so it's a lot easier to watch stuff. Maybe do an older one like Trigun. For Christmas, I did ask for, there's an Akira 35th anniversary box set for the manga, which I love the movie, but the manga is supposed to be even better. So, and it's by same Same guy who did the movie, directed the movie, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so this is the Wapiti Reservation. We're here to talk with Rains Fall, who is the father of Eagles Fly. Eagles Fly has kind of gone rogue. At this point in the story, we're kind of at odds with Dutch, our father figure, who has kind of started to lose it, I think. He's not doing well. And he started to ally himself with Micah, who's just a stone-cold psychopath who's in our group. We've lost multiple people of the group from dumb decisions Dutch has made, jobs we didn't need, and he keeps wanting to push us east, and Arthur just wants to get back into the west. That's all he wants. Alright, so here we go. Where are you, Rainsfall? I should probably save it. I haven't saved it in a while. But yeah, so we should start Dragon Quest. I don't know what I should play first. Persona or Dragon's Quest? I might play Persona first because I wanted to play it for so long, but... Yeah, all the Studio Trigger anime. Kill la Kill is awesome. Studio Trigger, okay. I've heard Studio Trigger is cool. So Hunter x Hunter, that was good. Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, Kill la Kill, Gurren Lagann, stuff like that. And then go on to Shippuden. And, I don't know, maybe do some JoJo's or whatever, I don't know. There's so much stuff out there. I've been listening to this guy named Giguk, Gigguk on YouTube. He has a lot of great videos on anime. Very cool. Very cool.
You don't sound very well.
I'm not. I think I'm dying.
Then I hope you find peace.
I don't know too
God,
much
I love
about
Arthur.
peace.
Apparently not.
He's easily one of my favorite characters of recent memory.
My son, the impetuous prince. I believe you went on a raid with him.
Really, I think the writing in this game is incredible. I've talked about it before, but I feel like it's so mature and so serious compared to Grand Theft Auto that I just feel like it's in a different league, you know? And I like those games, but I feel like I've never cared about any of the characters really, besides maybe Nico Bellic.
2 women were assaulted by these men.
This stuff is like mature. There's an arc.
Very sorry about all of this.
Arthur's changed so much from the beginning of the game, and
Sometimes the correct path,
so much pathos,
the
and
bravest path
such a
is the
brilliant
least
move to
obvious, and also the
reframe the
gentlest.
story of John from someone else who's just like
I'm
a step
great
to the side of him.
disappointment to my son.
Your son seems to want
Awesome.
war.
My son thinks there is glory in death. Maybe he's right, but for me,
Also, still psyched about this mic. I feel really good about it.
Handed out so freely by the most foolish of men, I never
at that.
could equate it with victory.
Look,
Glory
the
has
hairs.
come in service.
Did I get it? Did I get it? Yes. I've been taking so many screenshots that I'm just going to put up for the next year on my
Maybe
Twitter.
not, I don't know.
I've killed a lot of people for a whole lot of dumb reasons, and I ain't never seen much glory in it.
Come on. I just love the world weariness of
He talks
Arthur.
a lot.
especially
I
as
don't know
the
him,
the
but my son
game
usually
reaches, arcs towards its
I'm not
conclusion.
sure I get you.
Well, perhaps we could go for a ride. I'm an old man. My whole life I have tried to bring peace.
But I ain't doing so good.
Then maybe you can take pity on my plight. Please, it won't take long. And maybe I can help you with that cough.
Sir!
Uh-oh.
I'm glad I caught you, sir.
Captain Monroe, do you know my friend, Mr. Morgan?
No, sir. I don't have the pleasure.
Arthur Morgan.
It's an honor, sir.
How can I help you, Captain?
I was just in Saint Denis. I spoke with the mayor. It's not good news, I'm afraid. May I ride with you for a little?
Alright, so we're gonna get some
course.
exposition as we ride, but yeah, this story is just so well done.
So where are we going?
I want to show you a site up in the mountains that's long been sacred to me. A place for reflection.
I think I've been there before, actually. It looks really cool. The draw distance in this game is incredible. Like, I see barely any texture pop in. It's really, really cool.
And the Bureau of Indian Affairs in Saint Denis at length. But regrettably, it appears the oil company has already received approval to move forward with drilling
Yeah,
on the
I think the
reservation's
longer
land.
I play this game, the more I've tweeted about it the other day, but
So
you
what
guys
does
are
that
reading.
mean for us
Uh,
now?
it's
I'm not sure
so
just who
overwhelmingly sad. Like it's a
I
very
didn't get
very
the
sad
impression anyone
narrative,
would
and I
be
feel
happy
like
for a few
that
months.
kind of gets lost in some of the
I'm very
marketing where
sorry
people
to
think,
say
oh,
that.
it's, you know, this is rootin' tootin'.
Did everything I could.
You know, gunslinger game, when it's really more tonally comparable to something like Unforgiven,
Mr. Morgan,
about like
would you have done
Arthur
to
who
help me
feels
at
like
all?
his time is
I would
passing him
rather
by
certain
for
actions
people
were taken
like
by
him,
friends outside
you know,
the
as
tribe.
the industrialization happens and,
Sure, I can help.
you know,
That's good
the
news.
Wild West sort of becomes civilized.
Come meet me on the reservation whenever you can.
But people like the
Even
Native
just a
Americans
couple
suffer,
hours of your time.
and smaller people suffer, and corporations, you know, benefit. And so it's really, really well done, but also very, very sad. And Arthur, as he becomes more
Anyway, gentlemen, I won't take up any more of your time.
cognizant of,
I'll see you both soon.
you know, his time coming to end, and the people like him,
Enjoy
their
the
time
ride.
coming to end. It's
I
very
think the chief went the other
interesting
way.
to see how they wrote that, how like reflective and, you know, thoughtful he becomes. And he changes, which is great. I feel like you don't really see very many characters change. And that's why I feel like Arthur and Kratos are definitely the two best characters this year. And God of War reignited my love for Kratos, even though I've always liked him. He was always a bit one note. That definitely deepened and contextualized a lot of what I had always seen hints of.
See the wolves over there feasting on
And
our horse?
this Arthur is just he's an achievement, I think. It's really, really good.
Yet so often we're unable to see past our own grievances. This is what I try to teach my son.
Wolves.
Yeah! Go on, get out of here!
Good. There was no need to harm them.
It's okay, it's okay. Yeah, my horse is freaking out a bit. But
We can talk if you want, Mr. Morgan. But don't feel like you have to. It's a beautiful ride ahead if you need some time to think.
So, we don't know each other
also,
too
really, really
well,
great
but
performance by the guy who plays Arthur. I want to see
I wanted
him
to speak to you about your
in more
son.
stuff. It's so good.
I was there on the raid to steal back those horses, and, well, you know something of Dutch, I think.
Yes, a little.
Charles is really, really great supporting character. He's a Native American that's in
I don't know why.
our
Dutch
gang,
Sorry,
and he's
hold up
so
a moment.
good.
That'll have to wait.
So
Some of the
cool.
plants I need will be growing down here.
Yeah, look at that draw distance, guys. Look at that. Incredible. And you can go to every place that you can see, you know? It's so neat. I mean, look at that. It makes me miss Colorado, honestly, because I've seen a few vistas like
This
this,
is what I was looking for.
and it
English
is
mace.
truly special, I think. English mace, is there any for me?
Okay,
Gotta take
Let's
a
continue on.
screenshot, sir. 1 second.
Now, I was saying,
Oh
I don't
shoot!
know
Stop
why
talking, Arthur.
Dutch is getting involved in your situation, and this ain't easy to say, but I just don't trust that he's got your son's best interests at heart.
I'm
So
seeing
what
the
can
slow
we do?
crumbling of the Vanderlyn gang. It's really, really
you were
cool. Like
saying
it's so,
before.
it's very subtle.
rightly
And
know.
Dutch. I've
Charlie,
been watching
I just thought you should be
cutscenes from the
aware.
original Red Dead,
Maybe
and seeing how far Dutch
there's
falls
a
and
way
how
to
hard he
stop
falls
things
is
from getting
pretty
any
staggering.
more out of control.
He's sort of this gentleman rogue at the beginning of this game, and as it goes on, you know, he starts losing a bit.
You know, I had
wow.
a son once,
I
years
noticed.
ago. Don't talk about him much.
Oh, what was his name?
Isaac. His mother, Eliza.
Wow, this is like
waits
late
or
game
something.
revelations.
When she got pregnant, she knew who I was, what my life was. I didn't want to promise nothing I couldn't keep, but I said I'd do right by them. Every few months, I'd stop by there for a few days. He was such a good kid. She was too, I guess. Just a kid, 19.
What happened?
I got there one day and saw two crosses outside. I knew right away.
Wow.
Turned out some bastards had come through. robbed him, and shot him dead.
That's terrible.
And offered $10. Hardened me. Feeling that kind of pain. But
Wait, stop here. I want to pick some ginseng. We can talk more about this later.
Yeah, I think also people complain about the pace of the game, but I feel like the pace is very deliberate because it helps with that sense of foreboding, that sense of, it feels like an ending, you know what I mean? This guy's running out of time in more ways than one, and
This will combine well.
I feel like that very deliberate pace helps build that dread as things start to go wrong and the group starts to dissolve. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Wow.
Wait there. I'll put these in your saddlebag.
Hey 99, what's up? You're just having a very nice existential conversation
But it'll help to keep you
about Arthur and his journey.
All right, let's go. It's not much further now. So you were saying,
I know now that you don't get to live a bad life and have good things happen to you.
I think you're being hard on yourself.
How's it going, 99? We got a new mic.
All I can do now.
What do you think about the
is try
audio
to make
quality? I think it's a lot
some
better,
things
right?
I appreciate the herbs, but I think it's gonna take more than that. I saw a doctor and he says I'm in a pretty bad way.
Look at that. Those
I'm
rock
sorry to hear that.
formations.
This situation we're in. Me,
Dutch. The others.
Dutch and the others. I don't know how long I got, but some of them.
Man, I hope
they
Charles
still
makes
got
it
a
out of this
chance to
alive.
have a life.
I feel like he's the one that
Just
I'm
thinking,
worried about the most.
If I could give him that, then
Look at this.
maybe this ain't all for nothing.
I think there's much you can still do, Mr. Morgan.
Oh my gosh. Put any of these in a magazine and I'd buy it. You know, I feel like this is the sort of stuff you'd see in a Game Informer when I was like 15 and be like, that can't be true. Look how good it looks. What? Smudge J is on. He is! Gang's all here besides Jigglypuff, maybe. Yeah. New mic, new stream, got some new games coming on. I just didn't want to burn a stream if the audio wasn't that great. So I'm playing Red Dead again. I know you guys are probably getting bored of it, but I love this game. I love it so much. But I got Persona, and I have Dragon's Quest 11 coming. Look at that. Draw distance. It's incredible. But yeah, a lot of good stuff coming. And Christmas, so I'll get some Christmas money, and maybe I'll buy some more stuff for the stream. I don't know. Who knows? I'm gonna start going out for some commercial stuff, hopefully, for like commercials here. I'm getting some headshots, I think, within the next few weeks, so wish me luck. But maybe you'll see me on TV soon. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah, the mic came in. Does it sound better to you? Or just a little bit clearer? I hope. Oh, where's my... I want my stamina to go for my horse. I need to feed my horse. That's what I need to do. Oat cakes. Yes. There we go. I want an oat cake,
It's
but
just up ahead.
I'm doing, like I said, those prep meals, so I have 3 more meals to eat tonight. So
What's
much, guys.
happened?
So much.
No,
What?
it can't be.
Like I said, this game is just so sad.
No!
Wow.
They destroyed everything. I need to find the Chanupa. Who would do this?
The white man.
Someone who wanted to enrage you.
Help me look around, please. The Chanupa gone.
Of course. What is it?
A ceremonial pipe.
Wow, that's such a bummer.
Some clues to what happened here.
Like, what could you do? I feel like people always ask, like, you could stop something from happening in the past, like, what would you do? And there's so much badness in history. So much that makes me sad. At one point I said maybe stop the Library of Alexandria from burning. But then I feel like, I don't know. What else? Could you stop something else? And usually things are so variable. Like, there's so many different points at which a movement or a bad thing started. Look at that. Look at that. So I'm just taking screenshots left and right, guys, but I need to. Beautiful. I can't tell I'm half asleep. We'll just count that as a yes. It sounds really great. Hope you're doing well, though.
An empty bottle of whiskey.
Well, if they drank all that, they couldn't have gotten too far.
Yeah, well, still no sign of the Chanupa.
Chanupa makes me think of Tanuki, which is probably very offensive. I don't mean to make a joke or anything. It just makes me think of the word Tanuki,
What?
which is, you know, from Mario, Super Mario. I want to get also, I think on PSN they have Castlevania Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night for like $20. So if I get a good day of work, I'll definitely get that as well. Oh, you guys effed up.
Oh, there they are. These brave men. Some of Colonel Favor's men.
Not for long.
They must have been the ones who did this.
You surprised?
You
this
surprised this happened?
Not at all. But
If you guys haven't watched any of ProZD's YouTube videos, they're so
You gotta
funny
land
and
that
so
one.
true. And the more anime I
Land
watch, the
oil.
more they hold true. And I really urge you guys to watch them. They're so funny.
they moved us here. They've taken everything we had.
This is so sad.
I signed 3 treaties myself, and they've broken each one. No, they've taken the last hope. Now my people are going to want
dear.
a war. A war they can't win.
And unfortunately, Dutch wants to use the war to
Not if I get it back.
have distraction so that we
Get
can
it back?
escape.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in, get your Chanupa. No one will be any the wiser.
Good guy Arthur Morgan strikes
How'd you do
again.
that?
Well, you can't go. They know why you'd come.
I don't have any money.
No, I don't need your money.
Ugh. Arthur, I love you.
Please see if they have our sacred items. But try not to hurt anyone.
I'll try to ensure that they never even know I'm there, but actions don't always go the way you plan.
All right. Oh, here we go. Horse, Mina. Come on. God, I'm really loving this new mic, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it
If
too.
you could do this for me, I would very much appreciate
Horse,
it.
one sec. I'm gonna feed our horse and then dust her off because she's a beautiful white horse and she's a little dirty. I know you need to get the Chanupa back, but
You said you were going to look for the Chinumpa.
yes. Are you trying to rush me? I will not be rushed. All right, come on, girl. We got this. So this is a stealth mission. I feel like the stealth in this game is pretty fun, and I'd say it's like medium difficulty. It's not super difficult, but at the same time, it is usually like an auto fail for the mission parameters. So you're looking more at like maybe Splinter Cell 1 sort of stealth, which is fine. I love the Splinter Cell series. I was just talking with someone at work the other day how honestly, like
Easy there.
Splinter Cell, Pandora Tomorrow, and Chaos Theory just they like define probably freshman through junior of high school for me. Maybe it was even earlier, like 8th grade through sophomore year. Okay, how are we gonna do this even? In daylight too? Ooh, it was soup. Brush that horse. What a good horse. I know. I pat and pet every dog that I see. You can't pet the cats though. I don't know why, but yeah. Okay, so how do I do this, guys? Dude over there. Don't hurt anyone. Oh, I feel like this is just gonna end in a shootout, or me just redoing the mission a bunch because a lot of these missions, though, they have a pretty forgiving, what's it called, checkpoints, which is nice. So you can really, you know, try stuff multiple times, and everything has a a medal point system. So if you need to get a medal, you can redo stuff.
Tons of them. And French folk, too.
Okay. Also, I was talking about this with my girlfriend. I feel like stealth in real life would be legitimately impossible. Impossible.
France is near...
Like, this, there's no way.
It's near France. Well, it's in France.
There's
Indians
no
is
way
from
this
here.
would happen.
Where are you from? Me? I'm Polish. From Milwaukee.
Oh, oh. You see nothing. You see nothing. Oh,
What's that?
shoot. You, nothing. There's nothing. The trick of the eye, trick of the eye. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go, 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 go.
here.
Yeah. Must be imagining things. I love that. No matter how advanced games get, we still have the guards saying funny stuff like, "Huh, guess that was nothing." I wish man, I want to do voiceover so bad, especially for video games or an anime. Especially the more I watch anime, I just want to do a lot of like, this power level. But yeah, there's always guards being like, "What? Huh? Huh? Guess I just thought I saw something."
Here. I got your things, I
It
think.
was super dirty. Hashtag finesse.
Thank you.
Would they really know you weren't the one of them, though? Probably, if they were a small enough
Sacred
outfit.
things are only things.
People.
People, the heart
matter
matter more. Was
Oh,
anyone
all this
hurt?
stuff is so, like, layered, because all this stuff
Almost
relates
killed.
to Arthur Morgan and his
Well
struggle.
Well
And
done.
I feel like the facial animation is so
I
good,
wish my
particularly
son
with
knew
Arthur.
Such restraint.
Because you could see him thinking
My
over stuff and how
people
it
will
relates to
regret,
his story, and it's...
And I'm giving you very
Guys, it's
little.
really moving.
But please take this. We believe it to be sacred.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take those herbs I gave you, please. And most of all, I hope you can find peace within yourself.
My Arthur's looking pretty rough, I think, but... I don't know, I kind of like the idea of a bearded Arthur going into the end of the game. I might shave before the final missions, but... Who knows, really? Who knows? Imagine... Oh, yeah.
He's a man who, not so long ago, I would have found weak and
So
pathetic.
good.
Now I see as wise and thoughtful and sensible. I would love to help him, or at least stop Dutch pushing his son to do something real stupid.
Wow. It's really cool because those little journal parts, those little permanently decrease the speed of the health core drains. Oh, cool. Was that it? Is that the one? Gwen? I don't know if you hear my cat. She's being very loud, but if you have this game, make sure to read Arthur's journal, because that's just a little snippet of what's in it, and it's really gives you nice insight into his character, and he has these little drawings and like what he decides to draw and stuff. It's really cool. So it's very well done. What other missions are there? Let's see. We have weapons forbidden. Okay, I know that. Captain Monroe. Micah's over here. We need to get dynamite with Micah. I really hate Micah. He sucks. But I don't know if he'll make it to the end of the game. I don't think so. I mean, he does seem like the most likely to die because, you know, we know Dutch makes it out. We know basically 3 people are safe. Bill, Dutch, and Javier, because they become the bosses of Red Dead 1. But Cat, is that you? Oh, it's Gwen. Gwen, how I've missed you. Yeah, Gwen's so big now. Unfortunately, she's turned on me. She loves my girlfriend more, so that's whatever. But guess we'll go find Micah. Yeah, Gwen, whatever, for whatever reason, she doesn't want to love on me anymore. She'll just, my girlfriend gets home and she just comes out of the bedroom or whatever and jumps up on her when she lays down and sits on her chest and all that stuff. And we used to have fun like that, but, you know, whatever. Not that big of a deal, I don't care.
Yep.
But, yeah, Cat, you know, Cat's not really that much of a cuddler, so I just usually not leave her alone, but, you know, let her have her space. She's getting really, like, close to us recently, which is nice. She'll, like, get under the covers and stuff when it's late, because I think it's colder finally in California. A chilling 45 degrees. Oh, boy. I know, right? But still, it's cool, and we have hardwood floors, and so all of our rooms are fairly cold. We don't use the heater or anything because it's California. Come on, it's not that cold. But still, it's been really nice having her that close, but you can't really like hold her or anything. She's up for being held for like a good 20 seconds, and she's like, okay guys, I'm done. But you can pet me, so. You never show Gwen how much it has affected you. I try not to, but sometimes she sees just a single tear go down my cheek. As I think about all the, you know, the fun times we used to have. But anyway, Gwen, you've already eaten. Just meow. And she meows so loudly, which is funny because Cat, our other cat, doesn't do that at all. She doesn't really have that. She didn't become very loud until we got Gwen, so who knows? I hope Gwen makes her live longer, because I believe Cat's around 13 years old. She's still really spry, still really energetic, runs around all day, so I think she'll be one of those long-lived cats if everything goes well and she doesn't get ill, which you can never really account for, but as of right now, I think she's in really good shape, so. We took her to the vet recently, too, and she's, you know, perfectly healthy for a cat of her age, and hopefully will continue to be so. What's this? No, can I jump up? Can I jump up? Nope. Oh, this is a guy.
How you doing?
Hey.
Hey there. The fire's warm. You're welcome to share it with me. You trust me then? Guess so. Sometimes we must trust each other, even when we don't know each other. Or else we walk this life alone. For all I know, you're a thief and a killer, but I rely on my instincts to tell me otherwise. Yeah? Yes, I see in your eyes that you're not a bad man.
See, this conversation I don't think is available earlier in the game.
Like I was riding through the Heartlands the other day and cut through someone's land. Looked like an old pig farm. When a couple called me over from the house. Very nice man and woman. Very friendly. You would think this is fine, que no? They keep saying that a traveler like me deserves some rest and refreshment, inviting me to stay for dinner.
Oh, I encountered these people. They drugged me and robbed me.
Corazonada. The feeling in my gut said no. I don't know why, but I trusted it. Okay, and? Then the very next day, a man warns me to stay away from that place.
Word gets out.
I live by my instincts. I'm also real fast with a gun, which helps me when the instincts fail me.
This guy's very friendly.
Well, I've sat long enough. You rest here as long as you need.
Thanks, sir. Maybe I'll have some lunch real quick. Some plain big game. Our cat Sparkles got 20. Got to 20. Wow. That's crazy. I hope Cat lives that long. I love Cat. She's the sweetest. And maybe I'll have myself some... Oh, wait. Okay, dynamite arrows are... They're so satisfying in this game. I need to use them more, honestly. I can only make one, apparently, but... Special horse stimulant. Why not? Pretty happy with... I have the sharpshooter gear on right now. I'm pretty happy with it. I like the way it looks. I think it looks cool. And it's not too... I don't know, it's not too distracting, which I feel like some of the other stuff is a little bit. I'll have some coffee, too. I was saying too, though, I'm sure Smudge would appreciate it as well, but I feel like this is the first game to inspire me to roleplay in a way that is completely divorced from the game systems. So, like, for example, there's no reason I have to drink coffee, but it makes me want to drink coffee. And, like, when I would wake up in the morning, Arthur would have stew for breakfast and then have some coffee. Talk to people at the camp before, you know, it got a little bit more divided as the story went on, but I feel like this might be the beginning of a new sort of trend in games where if they are open world and supposed to be immersive, that we might have more of this, more of these systems that allow you to do things that aren't necessarily combat based. Like, I love that this game exists. Yeah, the story is violent and you have to do violence in order to continue, but it exists beyond the violence, and a lot of the systems aren't dedicated to its combat. They're dedicated to deepening the world, which I appreciate. So it makes me excited because you have the baseline of Arthur, you know, the base of Arthur, which is it's the same for everyone, but your Arthur will be different than my Arthur. But I said yesterday I'm excited for online because all these systems will exist in online, and then you'll really get to define who you want your character to be, based solely upon, you know, what you want, which is cool too. And, you know, I'm glad that Arthur has his own story. You know, I'm glad that's gonna be its own thing. Oh, is this another bear? You wanna go, bear? You wanna go? You wanna go, bear? Come on! Sorry, I get excited when I see bears. Well, this didn't seem to work out well for these people. There's a lockbox here, so I can always get that. Role-playing games makes me feel great. Yeah, and I think, I don't know, we talked about it, I talked about it with 99 last night with Fallout 76. Like, that seemed like such a, like, all the Bethesda games, people say like, oh, I role-play in that, but for whatever reason, the game engine and the graphics and the stiffness of the animation and stuff always took me out of it. So I'm looking forward to this next generation where hopefully we have more games that look great and play great. And I know it doesn't have to just all look pretty, but like, man, I really wanted to love Skyrim, and I really sank some hours into it, and I just, at the end of the day, I never finished it. Same thing with Fallout 3, never played Fallout 4, 76 I'm gonna skip. I just want there to be more games that, you know, obviously this is an exception in that most studios can't afford to spend this amount of money to make a game. But as technology gets better, it becomes cheaper to do so, you know, create stuff like this, and hopefully we'll get more fleshed out worlds that look great and also offer you the ability to roleplay like this game offers you the opportunity to roleplay. I know it's not the deepest RPG, it doesn't have the deepest RPG systems, but I've role-played more in this game than I've ever role-played anything else, you know? So, I don't know. It was great, too, because I'm in this wanted dead or alive territory. The other day I ran into, like, a group of Pinkertons, and I saw them in the distance. And they're like, hey, who are you? And I responded to defuse the situation, and I said, I pushed square to defuse the situation. I'm no one. And he, like, I turned around, and he's like, don't mind me. And then they said, we know you, Morgan. And they started shooting. It was a whole shootout in the woods. It was great, but it was one of those situations that sprung up completely organically. That was really, really fun to experience. And it led to this sort of like rolling shootout, you know, that took about maybe like 5 minutes, and led into the woods and up a hill and hiding behind trees and stuff. It was great. I really enjoyed it.
Good girl.
So I don't know if you guys know Micah, but you'll get the chance to meet him and Bill, two of the most unsavory characters in this whole thing. Both of them are kind of racist. Bill definitely so. Micah's just I think he's just a sociopath, and these are the two people that Dutch seems to be gravitating toward rather than listening to you and John, whom he used to consider basically like his sons, which is just a disturbing thing to see that he's getting more and more influenced by these two kind of brutish dummies that are more interested in, you know, having to shoot out than anything else, or also just buying into Dutch's craziness. They allow it and enable him. But they really are the worst, and I hate them.
Ah, there he is. Old Black Lung Morgan.
Shut up.
Was you followed?
Excuse me?
Was you followed?
You know who you're talking to.
I ain't sure. I ain't sure about much no more. All I know is there's law whenever you're around.
He's trying to put seeds into Dutch's mind that there's
Since you've
been
riding
a
with us, there ain't been nothing but trouble. Stirring things up all the
that
time,
there's been
getting
a
in
rat.
Dutch's ear. Seems wherever you is, there's Pinkertons and vice versa. So you better watch your goddamn mouth, boy. Or...
Take it easy, cowboy. You're gonna do yourself a mischief way you're heading.
Micah, shut it.
He started it. Dutch says we is to go on with plans to create a diversion. We gotta get some explosives to blow up the bridge. Keep the army out of here a few days.
I think it's a real
Arthur doesn't want to take on the
I
army.
don't think
Understandably
Dutch
so.
cares
It
too
seems like a
much what you think.
real bad
We
idea.
gotta confuse him
Like you
one
said.
last time. Then he and I will head to Blackwater,
Oh,
collect the
jeez.
money, and help everyone leave. He's got a boat lined up.
Blackwater's a fool's errand.
Blackwater's a fool's errand. Everyone knows that.
Moron like you.
It's Dutch's choice, Arthur. You're just a senior gun, same as the rest of us. Only you ain't well.
I'm fine.
Then you'll do Dutch's bidding, which is robbing a stage that's coming from Annisburg full of explosives.
Rob a stage. All we seem to ever do is rob a stage, you and me.
Not me, you two. I got my own planning
God,
to
we're
do.
gonna hang out, Bill.
Boys got this.
Shit. Guess we have. Come on, Arthur.
And Cowpoke, take it easy.
I feel like there's
With the
definitely gonna be
vacation.
a reckoning between those two. I like how each of the crew have a horse that seems to fit their personality. Like Bill is like a brutish dummy, but you think he wants to be respected, and he's a veteran of the Civil War, but he never got to fight, so obviously has problems, you know, with
So
like
you're
feeling
taking
inadequate.
orders from him now?
So he has this kind of like thick war horse, whereas other characters have different ones.
A pair of them are becoming unhinged. You hear about Dutch killing Cornwall?
Always an advocate for dynamic narrative systems that prioritize player agency in role-playing games. While emergent storytelling and structured game narratives is cool, personal narrative systems like that in Dungeons & Dragons are where I want video games to end up, like Divinity are getting close. I want to see more like that. In this essay, in this TED Talk. You have some slowdown for a sec there? I think we're better. Hopefully better.
I think we're clear. Let's head
I mean, I agree. I mean, obviously that'd be great if the systems could evolve to do that, but
to be done.
I don't know if we're quite there. I think this is as impressive as anything.
See, I'm starting to think that you've gone soft, Morgan.
I don't know what gone soft would entail. Like, I don't like killing people anymore. I never got the feeling that Arthur really liked killing people, but he wasn't against it. Like, he'd do it in a heartbeat, you know? Whereas I feel now he seems to be more hesitant and considers consequences, you know? Not for him alone, but this whole story has really been about consequences and doing the right thing and the wrong thing and how it makes you feel, and, you know, is he keeps saying, like, is he a bad person and all this stuff. Like, it's really, really,
Down from Annisburg.
it's really interesting.
It'll take the two of us to stop
So I got my repeater, my repeating shotgun, and my bolt action.
You go play dead, and I'll take care of him.
No, I'm the better shot, and you're the better actor. No, you play dead, and I'll cover you.
I got that. I got that. Oh, that's them coming now. I
Oh
think.
boy, guys, oh
It'll be
boy.
Quite the show.
Carcano rifle. Been waiting for this the whole game. Hold for details. What's it like? Tell me, game. Sereno Carcano is a long-scoped bolt-action rifle that can hold several rounds at once. Wow. When combined with a fast firing rate and quick reload speed, this makes it ideal for facing several enemies in long-distance combat. This gun has an ammo capacity of 6 rounds and can use regular, high-velocity, split-point, express, and explosive rifle ammo. Exciting. I'm almost there. I almost have all the weapons in the game, I think, so. I have the Carcano. There's Bill and his dummy. Dumb. Oh dear. Okay, so I'm gonna take out the driver so they can't get away. Maybe first, right? Here we go. Ready? Got his hat. Oh shoot, I missed. Get all of them? Okay. There's a fire up here. That is not safe. Alright, Arthur. Let's get over there. Get to the wagon. Also, people complain a lot about the movement in GTA games or Rockstar games, and I always think there's definitely a weight to it, which I appreciate. Come on, Mina.
Nice drunk playing.
Comes naturally.
But yeah, I think I like that it takes a second for him to get going, and there's a real weight and heft and all that stuff to the way you move, and I always appreciate that. I feel like we're getting to the golden stage of RPGs. We're in a place where the future we can look back and have structure attributable to this era in video game, and they're just so good. I agree. I definitely agree. And I think that's exciting, especially as a person who's grown up on Western RPGs, and am excited to move on to, JRPGs, which I'm just starting to appreciate fully. And hopefully with Persona and Dragon's Quest, we'll have a lot of fun, and of course, the upcoming Kingdom Hearts 3, which is not, it's RPG-ish, but I don't know if it's as intense as something else. I played some JRPGs fairly early on. Like Dark Cloud was one of my first games on PS2 that I really, really loved and played like repeatedly. Dynamite will be vulnerable. Oh jeez. That'd be bad. In the face. I don't know what directions are. That's not a good shot. God. So many. Misses. I got it. It's hard to get golds in this game on the first try, and you need 70 golds for a trophy, and I know I'm just going to forget a ton of these missions. Thankfully for me, I really like these missions. They're a lot of fun. They have generous checkpoints, and I love this game. So if I didn't like it, obviously I'd be less inclined to play it repeatedly. But I already sunk enough money and enough time into this that I don't mind playing it more. Especially for the stream, especially when multiplayer hits. I imagine we'll be playing this like half the time, because I do want to have a multiplayer game that I like, and I know that I like Overwatch and stuff, but I kind of fell off with it because, I don't know, it was not scratching that itch, and it was one of those things where I felt like I didn't love it enough to keep playing it, because I didn't feel like I'd ever be good enough to actually get to, like, platinum, so I was like, why bother?
Before they blow us to high hell.
I know that seems kind of, like, pessimistic, but, I just love games so much, and I love playing a variety of games that only playing one bums me out, or the idea of doing that. We got it. Yes, we got
it.
What's wrong, Arthur?
Nothing at all, boss.
John, go drive this over
I love
to
that
Bacchus
Arthur and
Bridge.
John started,
There.
Really
separate,
does think he's in charge.
You go
but
on ahead.
they're
I need
sort
to
of
speak
coming
with Arthur.
back together,
Good work, son.
They're the boys. Love them so much. What's going on?
Listen,
Is he gonna shoot me?
I know we ain't always seen eye to eye, and you find me irritating and a threat, and I like to annoy you. But right now, I need better from you, Arthur.
Okay, Micah. Whatever you say.
I ain't the bad guy you think I am, Arthur.
I feel like we'd have a mission
I am
where
a
he would
survivor.
shoot me in the gut
Stick
or
with
something.
me and you'll live. Oh, the bridge is probably a two-man job. You should probably go help Marston.
Why don't you?
Like I said, Dutch and I got plans
Disturbing
for the train.
turn of events
There's a
that
big picture here, Arthur.
he and Dutch are in
Trust me.
cahoots. I feel like he brings out Dutch's worst qualities. See? Silver. I get so many silvers in this game. Or bronzes, really. Headshot 5 soldiers with a long scope rifle. Well, we didn't get that, but easy enough to fix next time we play. Hey there. Alright. Wow. This is starting to be very bad. We have wanted levels everywhere. I believe this one advances the main story, Sadie, because it has to do with Colm O'Driscoll. Damn O'Driscolls. I saw a tweet that this guy said he was annoyed because his name was actually Colm O'Driscoll. He's getting all this like hate from people online being like, hey, you suck. Because of Colm O'Driscoll does some pretty heinous stuff in this game, and this poor guy just got all these random tweets from people being like, you're terrible, I dislike you. And yeah, the internet, the best and worst place in the world at the same time. Man, I still have 3 more meals to eat. Ugh. Probably have to do one soon, but I can't really think of any. I was looking forward to this game for so long. I can't really think of anything. Like, I can't imagine anything that I will look forward to gaming-wise more than this. Because Red Dead, I mean, unless there's like MGS6, we're not getting that. And I'm really, really excited for Death Stranding, but I know, and this is just, you know, an obvious explanation, but it doesn't have the weight of history that Red Dead does, or not Red Dead, Metal Gear does, you know, so we're never going to see Snake again. Bums me out. None of the snakes. None of the big bosses. I still think about that twist at the end of MGS5. I'm like, wow, that was really well done, even if it was an incomplete game. If you haven't seen it, check out the Chapter 51 stuff on YouTube. They have some really, really interesting animatics and stuff that were like fully formed, and for whatever reason they never finished the missions, because I think Kojima's firing or whatever happened with him. But I actually wore my Hideo Kojima shirt today. Kojima Productions. My girlfriend got me a Kojima Productions shirt for our anniversary. So if you go on Insert Coin Clothing, I'm not sponsored by them, obviously, but it's a really cool, like, video game centric, or all their stuff's video game centric clothing. And there's a really great like jacket and windbreaker one. That's the PlayStation one and the Hideo Kojima one, and they're all expensive, and I want all of them, and I don't have the money, so I shall rely on these, getting them piecemeal, one at a time, from my loved ones. Man, so yeah, I'm really, overall, I gotta say, this Blue Yeti mic, for its price, really, really cool. Really, I think it's already improved the quality of our stream. I'm happy. The setup is a little bit different, but I think it's working pretty well. And I think I sound pretty clear, and I'm excited for what's to come. I feel like hopefully it'll drive some more traffic our way because we sound better and it's not as obtrusive. And these aren't noise canceling. They're supposed to be noise canceling, but I can hear the TV, but you can't hear the TV as much as you did on the other one, so all good things, guys, all good things. And we'll be playing, is this a cougar? No, it's another freaking bear. Come on. Why? I just want to fight more cougars. But, yeah, excited for what's to come. A lot of cool stuff, I'm sure. I don't know, I feel like Red Dead Online might be delayed, because it's supposed to come out, like literally next week, and we haven't even got a trailer or like a here's what you'll be able to do in Red Dead Online, you know, like one of those explanatory videos that Rockstar loves doing that gets everyone really hyped for everything. So I mean, I would love for them to release that, because honestly this game is so polished and so great. Like, I can't imagine if they bring that amount of polish to the multiplayer. Like, I keep forgetting that there's a whole another half of this game that's going to be available to everyone. And it's going to be free roam, but you're also going to have like deathmatch and all that stuff. And I love the shooting in it, and it's going to be really fun. And it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Difficult to get a platinum? Probably. I hope there's some single player DLC. I don't know if we'll get that. I know we did sort of for GTA 5, but I never bothered to play the expansions. They quickly sort of shifted focus to GTA Online, which is super lucrative for them. So I don't know if we will get single player stuff. And I hope if we do get single player DLC, it's not in the vein of Undead Nightmare, which I enjoyed, but I don't know, you know me. Apparently I'm just a humorless, very serious person, and I just want serious cowboy stuff. Serious. That's all I want. I just love these stories, because there's some humor in this. And Arthur's like this wry, you know, funny guy, but I mean, he's not funny. He's wry and quick-witted, I would say. But I don't know. I just don't need that satire and zaniness that I get in other stuff, you know, in GTA 5 and what have you. I want the Unforgiven feeling to continue, High Noon feeling. Are we ever gonna assault Fort Wallace? I wonder. I wonder. All right. So let's do another mission, and then maybe I'll call it a night. This is more of a test stream for the new audio equipment, so the mic that we got. Once again, very happy with it. Couldn't be happier, honestly, for the price. We will probably upgrade eventually in the future when I do a podcast and get new equipment again, but for right now, this is very convenient and it sounds great, I think. And I'm monitoring it with my headphones, but yeah, everything's good, guys. Everything's good. It's been a great day. Great day. I had a turkey bowl with my Samoan family earlier, Thanksgiving sort of tradition that we have. I got 5th out of 65 people bowling, which is insane to me because I'm not a good bowler, but I finally figured out, you know, the secret of my bowling. So I got 5th. We were the highest scoring team, which was great. And yeah, it was just a good time was had by all. See, John's right there, but I'm gonna hold off on John and do Captain Monroe's mission first. Love you, John.
Yep.
So the train job, are we doing the train job first? It's so interesting. I wonder how they write that. Are there like variables that are kind of plug and play depending on what missions people have done in what order, like that change the dialogue? Or is everything just written to be somewhat vague in the timeline, a general timeline, to make sure that it works no matter what order you play it in? I don't know. It's a very interesting design question. And I wonder how long the script was, like page-wise. Probably like 20,000. There's probably a ton of pages. I mean, there's so much. It's so dense with just story and dialogue, and I can't imagine how much writing there was for this game. Jeez, it's basically like a great movie that you can play. So I stand by what I said. All right, last mission for tonight, guys. See what Captain Monroe has to say. Like I said, it's a very, very somber story, and I feel like it's only going to get worse as it goes on. I saw an Instagram video the other day of someone who had just finished it, and they were just like bawling, just like crying really, really hard. I was like, I don't know. Red Dead 1 shook me. Like, it really showed me the potential in storytelling for video games, because similar to my other favorite game, MGS4, like, there's a finality to it. You see a character that you love, like, die. And I respect that, instead of just making this sort of, like, sequel baity thing where, like, oh, he could come back. No, they choose the most, you know, mature way to have it end. And I just think if this matches up to that ending, I'll be very, very pleased. This Captain Monroe seems like an okay guy.
Captain Monroe.
Of course.
Chief's gone out trying to find medications. It's quite a business.
Yes. Thought we were through with all this.
Well, we are, mostly. Colonel Favors seems to think the natives have broken some promise they never
Gotta
made.
take care of this
Apparently
Favors
there's
guy.
a
I know
bunch of them
violence
with
breeds
holding
more
vaccines
violence,
sent
but
down by the federal government.
Really?
it's sad because there's an
I was supposed to oversee the
inexorable
administration of
sort of
vaccines.
Now I hear the
doomed
wagon's
quality
been
to this
diverted.
whole affair
would
because
he
you
do
know how
such
it
a
ends historically. You know,
To be honest,
no matter how hard these people fight or
They say
try to
he
stand
didn't
up
have a very
for
good war, so
you know,
maybe he's
to,
trying to start another one.
goodness or to be just
what
and
you
try to
think?
follow the rules.
I'm
It's,
trying to
you know,
find out, and he knows
all
I'm
very
trying to
sad.
find out. He'd love to provoke me almost as much as he'd
feel
love
like
to
my Arthur
provoke
looks
these
really
poor
cool, by the way.
bastards.
Meaning,
Meaning that despite the fact that
I'm gonna
I
try to
could use
evoke
the horse's
John at
ass,
the end of Red Dead 1,
he knows I
or the
think
last portion of the game when it
we're
gets
just stuck here trying
to
to
the
make
end,
the best
I
of
think.
things.
this is the best of things. Children dying of diseases.
No. This is awful.
Where is this wagon? Where can we find it?
I can show you. Supposed to be heading to Wapiti after coming up through Valentine, but it's been diverted south instead.
Come on, Captain Monroe.
Mr. Morgan, we must act with due caution.
oh,
We shall. We surely shall. Now come.
Arthur's angry.
I think I know a spot where we should be able to intercept it.
Lead the way, Captain.
Let's do it.
So, this Colonel Faber, he knows you're up here helping these people?
Yes and no. He knows I'm here to produce a report on the situation. I was sent down from the north after all the news of unrest in the region. I think
I
my
really can't wait to
presence
get
might
back
be
to the
making things
desert.
worse.
What do you mean?
It's one thing I've been missing about
I
this
worry
game.
he's taking some of these
gonna
actions
look-
more
it's
to
gonna look
protect
beautiful.
himself now. He can incite
And all
more
new animals and
retaliation,
stuff.
Maybe
Oh,
he can prove a
that'd be great.
stronger defense.
Let's hope Arthur
Like
gets to see it.
destroying that shrine.
Yes, and taking their horses. I mean, I don't know if he personally sanctioned any of this or not. This is the other problem. There's a culture now in his regiment. The rot has traveled down the trunk.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, just show me where to find this wagon, and I'll get the medicine for it.
I love Arthur's
You don't need to be
confidence. You know,
involved.
he's a man of action, yes, but he believes in what he can
But I
do,
must ask you, please be discreet. We really cannot afford more conflict.
and he's trying so hard to
Still
be
hoping the
just.
meeting
I love
can
that
be
one
arranged
good
between
thing
Rains
narrative. I've said it
Hall and
before,
Colonel
but like,
Favors.
you know, someone who wants to be better, wants to be a
So I
good
should
man
drop
or
the
a
wagon
woman or
back at the reservation.
whomever,
Oh, no, no,
trying
no.
to do
You
one
don't
good
need to
thing
commandeer the
for,
back
you know,
Stealing those
for the
and an army
enemies.
wagon will
It's
only
very
make
moving
matters
stuff.
much worse.
Okay.
You know, Favors has many flaws, but I don't believe he's callous. Or an insecure man at the end of his career trying to cling on to something that's already gone.
we'll
He
see.
fought for the Union in the war, and his record was considered far from illustrious. A failed man is often the most dangerous.
Just riding through some bushes, don't mind me. Alright, I love these aspen trees. Or what are these? Are these aspen trees? This reminds me of Colorado.
All right, this is the spot.
Okay, so
was
I don't
thinking
think we have to do a
Let's
non-lethal
cut up this way.
stagecoach
Sure.
theft.
There's a nice vantage point up at the
That'd be
top
difficult, right? This grass. I swear the lighting is probably the most impressive thing because it helps elevate everything else in the game, I think. Like all the textures are very detailed and very nice. That lighting, look at like that soft light coming through the clouds and the skyboxes are so good. Man, what a beautiful game. Continually staggered by it, honestly. Do really, really enjoy looking at it. And to think that we might be able to play with 23 other
Okay,
people, or
let's
30
dismount
people,
here.
that's so cool.
here. Best leave the horses back a bit. We'll have a good view over the road from this ledge.
Right, so how are we gonna do this?
The wagon should come along this way.
Okay.
You're a good man, Mr. Morgan.
I like how
fear
people keep
this
saying that, and
task
he's just
to
like,
be a
don't say
fool's
that.
errand.
But firstly, I'm a long way from
Long
a
way
good
from a
man.
good man.
Secondly, fool's errands are my favorite kind of work.
Fair enough. In that case, I can see we shall be great friends.
May I ask you a question?
Of course.
Why don't you just tell all the folk up in Washington what kind of an idiot Colonel Favors is and save us all a lot of bother?
Oh, Arthur.
Unfortunately, the government doesn't work quite like that.
If you say
So much sad stuff came out
There.
of this time. You know, obviously
the
I'm not
wagon.
the most well-studied
yourself outta here.
person in this
Just
era
remember
of
to
American
keep it
history,
clean,
but man,
understand me?
I've read enough.
Don't worry,
where it's
I'm
just
as
like
clean as they come. All I do is clean.
Well,
horrible,
Good
horrible
luck.
stuff.
I'll meet you back at the reservation.
Try not to get yourself killed, Mr. Morgan.
No, I can't promise.
God, I love Arthur. Need the medicine from the supply wagon? Oh, Jesus. Okay, I guess here we go, right?
You alright, girl? Giddy up.
Okay, here's my idea. We're not supposed to kill anyone. I'm gonna lasso these guys. Lasso one of them. Jump. Yeah.
Hold it right there.
Whoa, you better put that down right now. We'll go for fire if we have to.
Gonna need your cargo, fellas.
Are you...
Yep. Oh, jeez. Did not go well. Oh dear. Oh dear, guys. Oh, I'm getting shot.
Blast you.
Ow. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Okay. Oops. That could have gone better. I think I'm gonna try it again. I'm just gonna blow myself up. Did I do it? I go back. I wanted to not kill anyone, so. Recharge checkpoint. Like real life, you get second chances, obviously. Plus, I hate losing honor. I don't know, I'm a good boy. Don't like losing honor, especially in that way. Shoot! Oh, okay. Oh, that's great. I didn't lose any honor? Already done. Oh, I need to take everything, right?
Yep. Hold up.
I need to search it? What's going on here? Search for the medicine, yeah. Okay. Obviously, this is the least finesse I've had tonight with this game. Very clumsy, I'm sorry. Alright, pretty straightforward, right?
Yep. Go.
Put my hat back on. I look incomplete. I do like Arthur with the kind of longer hair, even if he has shorter facial hair. I think it looks very cool, very thematic. Because it gets disheveled when, you know, he's feeling disheveled and emotionally, I think. And it always looks good, so I do appreciate it. I probably get a shaved beard for the end game, I think. I like the way it looks, but I feel like there's a point at which it looks kind of cartoonish. You know, it's so long, so I want to see Arthur's face for the most emotive bits, I think. He'll look good with some scruff, but you know what I mean. Just want him to look as cool as possible for them. Alright. Bummed I have to work tomorrow because I'd love to stream again with this new mic. I'm really excited about it. I feel good. I feel like it sounds good. Everyone's happy with the sound quality. So sorry I keep talking about it, but I'm pretty jazzed. Alright. Are we almost there? I feel like we didn't ride that far, right? Is that really the mission? We're gonna encounter anything else, I wonder? Guess not. I like that though that they have these like simple missions that are pretty straightforward, you know? They don't have to be super, like, it doesn't be a giant shootout for every single thing.
Captain Monroe,
Captain Monroe.
I got the medicine.
Oh, wonderful. That's great news, Mr. Morgan.
Yeah, now don't worry. It didn't go too bad.
I'll have to take your word for that. We could both swing for this.
Yeah, well, I think I'm a little past caring about hanging, bro.
Maybe. I just hope Colonel Favors thinks he was robbed by bandits and not...
Oh, no, I'm still a bandit. There ain't no doubt about that.
Of course. Well, I better get to work. Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Bandit or not, this was a good thing. Maybe it'll get us both killed, but it had to be done.
Good guy, Arthur.
I hope so.
Bronze medal. Oh boy. How do you do that well? Probably within like a minute 30, right? 5 minutes, recover vaccine without being detected. What? Gotta climb in the back? Oh, I didn't even think about that. Jeez. Okay, what are the other missions? We got John. Got Tilly. Or Josiah Treelani. Oh man, what are we doing? Sadie. Interesting, guys. Well, I feel like this has been a lot of fun. Happy that we tried the new mic and everything sounds fun and great and whatever. And I appreciate you guys being here with me. It's been really nice. Smudge, I'm so happy that you've been here. Caitlin, as always, so nice to talk to you as well. 99. And everyone else that watched, I really appreciate it as always. I'm going to sign off for right now, but I will be back very soon with this sweet new mic. Playing some JRPG or more Red Dead or what have you. So thanks so much. Catch you later. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Caitlin. You're the best. Oh, and we can have a appearance by Gwen. Say hi. All right. Glad we got that in. See you later, guys. I mean, if we get a larger following or whatever, like Ray, Brown Man or whatever, we need to have some sort of like cat animatic that will play. That'd be good. God, I love cats, guys. Anyway, I'll see you later. Okay, bye.